Does your LinkedIn profile stand out to recruiters and employers? I recently did a poll on areas that people wanted to hear more information about, and some of the top 4 areas included interview skills and how does your LinkedIn profile stand out to recruiters and employers. And last week I did a video about the interview skills. This week I wanted to give you some tips on how to help you have your LinkedIn profile stand out to recruiters and employers out there if you're looking for a job. So my first tip that I wanted to share out of the 5 tips is make sure that your images look good. Your profile picture as well as your background picture. It's a representation of who you are. You want to make sure that if you're looking to get a job that looks professional, it's clear, and that you don't have sunglasses on, things like that. Your background picture, make sure that is an image that actually resonates with what you want to do, with the type of work you want to get into. There's a great app for free called Canva that you can go ahead and, if you're creative, come up with your own custom-made background that speaks to what you do. Or if you're not that creative with those kind of things, Canva does templates for LinkedIn backgrounds. You can pick one that resonates the best with you and put that on the back. Tip 2, the About section. The About section on your LinkedIn profile is so important. It is a chance for you to tell your story, share your accomplishments, and talk about what you have interest in getting into. It's important for you to make sure that that is something that is laid out very well. You want to make sure that it is laid out in a way that's read well with bullet points, or use emojis. Emojis add some personality, it makes things stand out, and you want those accomplishments and skills to stand out. So make sure you take time to make that About section worthwhile, and don't be afraid to use some personal interests that you have as well. If you have interest in photography and writing and different activities, outdoor activities, list them on there. That's not inappropriate. It shows a little bit about your personality and what you like to do, and it might resonate with the recruiter that's looking at your profile. Tip number 3, engage with your network. Okay, this is something important. You want to make sure that you are engaging with your network. Start off, if you don't have a lot of connections, connect with old colleagues, old friends from school, from past jobs, even past managers. Connect with them, you already know them. And then after that, start looking at different quotes or different posts about industries that you have interest in, and start liking and comment on them. When you comment on those posts, make sure that you are adding some value to that post, or asking a question, or sharing what specifically you liked about that post. That's going to stand out to that person that's reading it out, and they might reply back and help you grow your connection or your network. And then make sure that you are also not doing this with your first degree connections. Do it with your second and third degree connections, because again, if they resonate with what you said, they might invite you to connect with them, and that will expand your network. Tip number 4, the experience section. This is the part that is your digital resume. You want to make sure that you take time to match the resume to your experience section and make sure it is perfectly matched. Attention to detail is very important when people are looking at your resume. You don't want to have errors or mismatched dates on there. You want to make sure that the employer information is accurate. And also in that section, the logos of your company will pop up next to your title and your company name as you fill out your experience section. Make sure that you're putting the company's name correctly so that logo does pop up. It adds credibility, and it shows that you've worked there, and it helps people see more about the company if they click on it. Most companies do have logos on there, some don't, but most of them do. Tip number 5. I'm gonna give you a 2-for-1 on this one. This is about activities and recommendations. Activities, if you have done things like worked on projects, volunteered, or done some training where you got certified, add that in there. Add that in there in the activity section. Make sure that you list it under your skills. That is important information for people to see about you and to know about you. The other thing is recommendations. If you don't have any recommendations or only have a couple, reach out to your past colleagues, reach out to your past teachers and students that went to school with you. They are people that you can reach out to, request a recommendation, give them one in return. Make sure that you pay back the favor. But that's an opportunity for people to share a little bit about you and get insight from other people's perspective as to what kind of student worker you were, if it was an internship or a past job, or maybe it just was as being a student in college or in high school. So Those are the 5 tips. If you would like any assistance in reviewing your profile on LinkedIn, feel free to send me a DM and I'd be happy to review it with you. Otherwise, keep an eye out for next week's video. We're going to be talking about a topic that was next on the poll, and that's how to research a company and their culture and make sure it's the right fit for you. So thanks for watching. This is Felipe. I'll see you next time.